Coming up, the City of Brownsville's new recycling program is stirring controversy online as residents start receiving their new bins.
I do hope that this people start seeing the big picture and start look at the alternative, right?
Plus, it's the end of the fall semester. In KVAQ-Sports, we'll give you all the highlights of our UTRGV Athletic teams.
And as winter break approaches, what does UTRGV offer to keep students safe during the holiday season?
KVAQ-TV starts now.
Good morning, vaqueros. I'm Dathan Trevino.
And I'm Desiree Villanueva. Today is Monday, December 8th, and this is the 14th and final fall edition of KVAQ-TV.
Let's take a look at our top story.
The City of Brownsville's new recycling program is getting ready for its start in 2026. But as the new bins begin to roll out, how are the residents responding to the program?
Ian, could you tell us?
I'm outside the Redfish Recycling Center, and next to me is one of the red recycling bins that will be rolled out to residents of Brownsville.
I just hope people realize that one person can make a difference when it comes to our environment.
Ahead of its new recycling program start in 2026, the City of Brownsville has contracted a local recycling company to start issuing out the new bins to its residents, leading to some controversy online. Residents have complained about the program and service fee being mandatory even if the bins aren't being used. In one controversial Facebook post, a user stated, quote, "The amount of people saying the ignorance is astonishing because the people of Brownsville are upset for charging a mandatory service fee for recycling. The exact same thing was said when the city discussed raising your light bill 33% for a project that was never materialized. In my opinion, both things deserve to be investigated for the process they were brought forward." Another user posted a video of their recycling bin upside down, protesting the program and encouraging other residents to do the same. Brownsville City Commissioner at Large, Tino Villarreal, says he's seen the protests and hope people start to see the big picture.
This is a vision that we have that's long-term for not just our generation, but for the next generations. It would be a shame for us to fill the landfill in the next couple decades.
Villarreal says if the city is forced to expand the landfill or deliver trash elsewhere, the tax cost would be even greater for residents, leading to a potential $30 to $35 increase just for trash delivery. For comparison, according to Villarreal, residents will see a $1 to $2 fee increase if they are currently using one trash bin. He says for residents with two trash bins, one will be replaced by a new recycling bin, saving them around $4 a month. Villarreal says the city is working hard to maintain a low service fee for residents.
So when we negotiated as a city and did the procurement process for waste management, we were able to reduce what people were paying monthly on their trash bin to be able to add a recycle bin.
The City of Brownsville contracted Redfish Recycling to handle the new program. According to Redfish's outreach coordinator, Rose Timmer, the service fee goes to the workers and drivers in charge of picking up, delivering, and sorting the recycling. She defends the fee and says the cost is necessary for the future of the city and the environment.
I hope it's for the future because our earth, this is a big picture, is slowly getting full of trash and pollution, so we have to do something.
One Brownsville resident and UTRGV student, civil engineering junior, George Rodriguez, says the impact of the new bins depend on people and how they use them.
If people use it like on the proper way, like it will be a benefit, because I mean, you know how the trash is always like on the floor and like all messy and that, like I think it will make a positive impact. I've seen, like, for example, myself, like where I live, I always see like the water bottles and usually like chips like throw like.
For residents with questions about the bins, they can contact Redfish Recycling at 956-299-8025 or the Brownsville Public Utilities Board at 956-983-6100. For KVAQ-TV in Brownsville, Ian Juarez.
According to a 2024 global survey by the Digital Education Council, nearly 1 in 4 students use AI daily. Multimedia journalist Victor Ortega spoke with UTRGV community members to see how AI tools are being used in college.
From ChatGPT to Grammarly, AI can vary in functionality and efficiency. With university officials still working on AI policy development, there is a great deal of freedom when it comes to using these tools.
There's no shortcut to being able to craft your own sentences, even if AI will do it. It does make all the sentences move into that large generic middle.
According to various online market research reports compiled by United Nations Trade and Development, the artificial intelligence industry shares are expected to rise from $189 billion in 2023 to 4.8 trillion by 2033. The educational world is set to change with this, as the number of students and faculty using AI for academic purposes is on the rise. Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies of the Robert C. Bakker College of Business, Gerald Hughes, says he uses software coded by AI to create programs to use in courses to replace quizzes. Hughes says AI can be helpful in tasks like these, as it allows him to create things that would have taken years to learn.
I use it to code all the time because it speeds up the things that I want to do. It makes it possible for me to cross a threshold where I would have done this thing in the past if only I had 2 years of spare time.
Hughes says since students can use AI to easily answer quizzes, programs like his games ensure students are familiar with their course material. On the topic of course material, students can use AI to summarize content like cybersecurity freshman Giovanni Melendez does.
It's a great help for me as a student with ADHD. It could give me short summaries on articles and very fast information that I could process.
Other students like electrical engineering junior Ethan Navarro, who do not use AI, expresses disappointment.
My biggest disappointment about AI is that it's how unregulated it is, how underutilized it is, how poorly managed and used it is.
According to Hughes, university officials will meet in the spring to provide information and recommendations about AI in UTRGV. For KVAQ-TV in Brownsville, Victor Ortega.
It's been a big semester for the UTRGV Vaqueros. Here's Desiree Villanueva with the highlights for the fall.
Welcome back, Vaqueros. I'm Desiree with your UTRGV Athletics fall semester recap. And what a historic season it has been. UTRGV Athletics kicked off the fall semester with exciting upgrades and facilities for their student athletes. UTRGV football officially closed out its inaugural season with an impressive 9-3 record, marking one of the strongest first-year performances in the FCS. And the postseason honors keep rolling in. The Southland Conference announced major awards for several UTRGV standouts. Senior quarterback Eddie Lee Marburger was named Southland Conference Newcomer of the Year, earning a spot on the All-Conference First-Team Offense. Freshman wide receiver Tony Diaz was named the Southland Conference Freshman of the Year, also securing first-team offense honors after a breakout season. On the second-team offense, freshman offensive lineman Nick Hudges and junior punter Nathan Wallace-Dillon earned the recognition, while junior defensive Ian Box was selected to the second-team defense. National recognition also hit the Valley. Stats Perform announced that head coach Travis Bush is a finalist for the 2025 Eddie Robinson Award, honoring the top FCS coach in the nation. Bush is one of the 15 finalists nationwide and one of the 2 representing the Southland Conference. And on the coaching staff, offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Jeff Bowen has been named a finalist for the FCS Coordinator of the Year. On the court, we turn to UTRGV's men's and women's basketball teams, starting their season with big goals and even bigger schedules. The Vaqueros opened their season in November, jumping straight into one of the toughest non-conference lineups in the entire Southland Conference. UTRGV faced 3 Power 4 programs, including matchups against number 4 Texas and number 17 TCU, 2 nationally ranked opponents that will test this squad early. Leading the charge is head coach Lane Lord, who shattered a record on opening day by becoming the winningest coach in program history. And coming up next, the Vaqueros head to the Bird Ogden Arena for a big matchup against UT Austin on December 10th. For men's basketball, the UTRGV Vaqueros are entering their second season under the lead of head coach Cahill Fennell, and the momentum is building. After closing last season with the program's first winning record since 2018, the Vaqueros are hungry for even more progress this year. UTRGV opened their season this November with a long schedule still ahead. The team is focused on tightening up both sides on the ball, continuing that upward trajectory. Looking ahead, the Vaqueros gear up for a key matchup on December 11th when they take on UT Arlington Mavericks. Plenty of basketball left to play, and the Vaqueros are just getting started. On the other side of the court is volleyball. UTRGV volleyball wrapped up an impressive season, finishing with a 22-8 overall record and multiple winning streaks that carried them into postseason play. The Vaqueros advanced in the Southland Conference tournament and secured a second-place finish, closing their run against Stephen F. Austin. A remarkable season from start to finish for UTRGV volleyball. Turning to men's soccer, UTRGV wrapped up a transitional 2025 season focused on growth, development, and building for the future. Playing as an independent this fall, the Vaqueros relied on young talent and versatile style of play, laying the groundwork as they prepare to join the Ohio Valley Conference in 2026. UTRGV finished the season with a 1-7-2 overall record, gaining valuable experience that will help shape the program moving forward. Turning to women's soccer, the Vaqueros wrapped up their 2025 season with a 6-10-2 overall. The team focused on building chemistry, developing talent, and competing hard in every match throughout the season. With gained experience this year, UTRGV women's soccer looks to continue growing in seasons ahead. That's a look at your UTRGV athletics this fall. From record-breaking performances to new facilities, the Vaqueros are setting the stage for another strong season ahead. For KVAQ Sports, for the final time, Desiree Villanueva.
With graduation around the corner, seniors have the choice to continue their education through the graduate program. Alec Rodriguez with the details.
The graduate program allows alumni and undergrad to continue their education after they graduate in a specialized field. The UTRGV graduate program offers 75 master's programs, 15 doctoral programs, and 46 certifications. Director for Recruitment for Graduate and Medical Education Programs, Stephanie Lerade, says students can apply for the graduate program online and her department can assist them if necessary.
We have graduate recruiters who meet one-to-one with prospective students and kind of guide them. Each of our 60 different master's programs have different admission requirements. So some programs require 3 letters of recommendation, a resume, or a personal statement, and we're here to kind of guide them through the process.
Lerade says the graduate program's completion time differs depending on the type of program a student takes. She says a master's usually takes 2 years, and accelerated programs can take up to 10 months to a little over a year. Lerade goes on to say that there is a specific financial aid grant exclusively for new students going into the program.
We have one scholarship. It's called the Graduate Select Scholarship. This scholarship is $1,000 for eligible new students. So they do need to meet a GPA criteria of a 3.3 or higher and be enrolled in 6 credit hours by whichever deadline, whichever term that they're going into.
Although most students in the graduate program are UTRGV alumni, Lerade says some graduate students were still undergrads before entering the program. Computer engineering senior Edward Gaza says he is planning on getting his master's in electrical engineering after he graduates, and he wishes his advisors told him about the graduate program sooner.
I feel like advisors should have at least warned me a little bit more ahead of time, because that way my grades wouldn't not have been as bad as they were. They weren't as bad. I passed every single time, but I felt like for me, if they told it a little bit sooner, I would have already got the acceptance instead of having to go through the whole process of it. That's the one big thing that's probably for me.
Those interested can apply at utrgv.edu/grad apply. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Alec Rodriguez.
The holiday season is upon us, and as festivities begin and students leave campus, what does UTRGV offer to keep its community members safe? Here's multimedia journalist Jasmine Espinosa with the answers. Jasmine?
I spoke with the university police to see how it's keeping the UTRGV community safe over the holidays, whether affiliates decide to travel far or stay warm at the university dorms. PD's solution? The Campus Shield app. UTRGV students, faculty, and staff can feel protected during the holiday season with its Campus Shield app. According to the UTRGV website, the app connects users with campus police while also providing resources for campus travel. The American Automobile Association reports that over 100 million Americans travel 50 miles or more during the winter break. If any UTRGV affiliates decide to travel over the holidays, campus resources can still help them. As UTRGV Community Engagement Police Officer Marco Huerta says, the app will connect them to the appropriate department depending on their location.
It has our 911 emergency number for the university on there. A lot of people ask me, will that emergency work if you're not on campus? It does. So if it doesn't go to our university 911, it may go to a local department depending on what city you're in, and you can make contact with them. If it does go to the UTRGV emergency line, just let them know where you're at, and that way they'll put you in contact with those proper authorities.
If you are staying in the dorms during the holiday break, users can access SafeWalk, a feature in which a police officer can escort you to your vehicle or destination if you are feeling unsafe. Huerta suggests if students are participating in holiday activities to set a limit on alcohol consumption and keep emergency contact numbers on hand.
Also arrange for designated drivers or some type of ride share services for their safe transportation after the party. And also, if they can also keep emergency contact numbers easily accessible for them. And also be aware of your surroundings and trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, then it's probably not right. Go with that instinct.
KVAQ-TV interviewed students around campus to see how they are planning on staying safe over the holidays.
To stay vigilant, to share my location, make sure that everybody, that people are aware where I'm at, and that to make sure that I'm, in a good headspace before, going anywhere.
Sticking to really crowded areas, or sticking to really well lit areas, or really common ways to get to where you're going, not taking any back roads, any back alleys, something like that, especially when it's getting late or dark out. That's what I've heard, and I practice it a lot.
Users can call the UTRGV Police Department at 882-4911 for assistance. The Campus Shield app is also available for download on the App Store and Google Play. For KVAQ-TV in Brownsville, Jasmine Espinosa.
And that's a wrap on KVAQ-TV for the fall semester. Before we say our goodbyes, I'd like to take the opportunity to appreciate my co-anchor Desiree, as she will be graduating this semester.
Thank you, Dathan. Although I'm very sad that I am leaving, I'm very grateful that I was able to work with you and the KVAQ-TV staff.
I know we'll all be missing you here at the office.
Well, vaqueros, I hope everyone has a safe winter break, and although I won't be returning, be sure to tune in to KVAQ-TV when it returns in the spring semester.
For KVAQ-TV, Dathan Trevino.
And Desiree Villanova.
Good luck on finals week, vaqueros. V's up!